Hello everyone and welcome back to NieR Automata. My name is Tom, otherwise known as Titanium Legman, and we're finally going to be finishing our exploration of the Forest Kingdom as 9S. A little bit of an unintended hiatus there, but what can you do? Real life gets in the way sometimes, especially nowadays. So, what matters is we're back and we're ready to roll. So, without further ado, let's carry forth.
King's Castle, all right.
There's only a couple of side quests that I have left at the moment. Most of them are Coliseum related. I have to do the Heritage of the Past quest in the desert. But as previously mentioned, I'm going to be doing that off screen. And I wanted to get this video recorded and ready to go before I worry about doing anything off screen. So that will probably have happened by the time we are starting the next episode. Just as a heads up. As for the Coliseums, I haven't decided when I'm going to do that yet. That's also going to be an off-screen thing, but I just need to be in the mood to do it. And sometimes I just have other stuff that I need to do, or want to do, you know? Hacking all these guys is going to be a pain. We might actually do some physical combat here. Especially since we can just launch the spear. That's actually really useful here. Looks like most of the boxes should be open. We'll double check, though, just to be safe. Yeah, okay. So the only boxes that we need to look out for are going to be... Let me over. The only boxes we need to look out for are going to be our locked ones, so... Yeah, the spear is actually great in here because it's just the linear hallways. Nope. Oh, come on. Up, 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 up. There we go. Jeez. I know acrobatics may not be your strong suit, 9S, but we got to be able to get up these ramps, buddy. Literal forward progress is required. There we go.
Huh? Wait, what did you just say?
Roger that, 9S.
Wait, no, that's not what you said. You said 9s. Or at least something close to.
Cut the chatter and engage the enemy.
I do remember that from when we came through here before, but I remember commenting on it, but I definitely missed it because I was talking over it. So I'm glad we're able to catch it this time. That's cute. Alright. Oh yeah, I forgot about this dude just running along, doing his thing. You can't beat the power of my wall of spears, though. There we go. And the spoiler experience, letting us know that we did, in fact, kill him. Very good. Very good. Alright. Already on either side of us. Very good. Seriously, being able to throw the lance is a huge boon here. Now, I don't know if the door to the Forest King's chamber is going to be open or what. Or if we're going to have to, like, redo that. I'd like to go back out there and see if there's any extra information to be had, though. Like, the actual Forest King, not the baby, obviously. Oh, we're going to go back over here real quick, because apparently my headset is dying. One moment. Okay, problem solved. I could have sworn I'd already charged that. My mistake. There you are. No, thank you, sir. Actually, I wonder if it would be easier to kill that now that we can hack it. We should give that a shot in one of the other rooms where it's a little bit more clear where he's coming from. Whoa, hey there, sir. Easy. Somehow went through us without hitting us. That was interesting. Okay, where are we? What? Not the best time for a story cutscene, but okay. Got it. Understood.
His Majesty hasn't grown at all. No, not in the slightest. How can we make him bigger? I don't know. We're too dumb to figure that out.
Oh no. So matter of fact. Poor guys.
Sure is a kitty, though. Yeah, so tiny and cute. We better keep him safe. Right. Can't let anyone into the Forest Kingdom. Danger! Danger!
There's just an android corpse laying over there.
Intruders in the kingdom! Don't let them in here.
Mm-hmm. So I'm guessing that's when we busted in. Right. Or if they're talking about A2, who we know shows up here. Okay, are we gonna be... What? Okay, yeah, this is the room that we walked into. We were fighting... Okay, that was weird. Maybe, I don't even know. Maybe, like, 2B ran over here somehow and triggered it? I don't... Questionable. Questionable. No. Wait, can we go out there? No, okay. Look, get the ladder. There you go. But, I like that they're, like... They know they're too stupid to make him bigger, but also they're too dumb to figure out that, like, there's probably no merit in trying to keep him alive or protect him, because, like, he's not actually the Forest King, you know. I don't know. It's interesting to try and figure out the way their logic works in all this. I'm seeing a chest here. Oh! Well, there you go. Ooh, Beast Curse. Okay. All the beast weapons that we've gotten, I think, are all from... I'm guessing they're all from Drakengard anyway. Let's see here. Yeah, because we've got Beast Bane, and then there's the big one, which is Beast Lord, right? So Beast Curse is going to be what, a spear? Yeah! A spear with the King of Beasts as its motif. Uh-huh. A spear emblazoned with a bestial motif, once used by a lord to quell rebellion among his subjects. Okay, and what's the story? Once upon a time, there were 3 princesses. Okay, yeah, the same 3 princesses that are referenced in some of the other Beast, as well as, I think, the Phoenix weapons? We'll have to check that. Once upon a time, there were 3 princesses. The youngest princess was widely regarded as the ugliest woman in all the land, but her heart was gentle, honest, and pure. Okay, so wait, let's look here. Phoenix Sword. Death Approach, Songbird. Okay, that one's not. The Beast Lord definitely talks about them, though. Okay, so this one's about the eldest princess. And then would be the short sword be the middle one, I'm guessing? Yeah, okay, cool, cool, cool. So we've got the wise one, the stupid one, and the ugly one. Seems like things were weighted in favor of the eldest sister, huh? Oh, that's right. The middle one was beautiful. That's right. That's right. That's right. And then the ugly one had a heart of gold. So they all had advantageous aspects to them. What was the negative aspect of the wise one? Huh. We don't see a negative trait described for the eldest. I'm guessing that means that she's got some sort of particularly vicious one. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. I definitely, like... I know you guys have mentioned a few different YouTubers that do, like, deep dives on, like, the NieR and Drakengard lore and stuff. I either need to watch them or just do some reading on my own to read up on Drakengard, because there's got to be some interesting lore stuff in there, just for its own sake, let alone in the context of NieR. Okay, alright. Can you stop being such a spirally lad and let me hack you? No? Okay. I know he comes at us straight on at some point. Yeah, here we go. No? That doesn't work? There we go, okay. Of course, this probably isn't even going to kill him outright, which is going to be a problem. Interesting that we don't have a, like, hacking version of this song, right? Oh, that actually did it. Nice. And got us some money, and that's about it. Fair enough. But yeah, there's no hacking version of that track. Did you notice that? Nope. Go down, please. It's just the normal track, which is kind of a shame. I'd like to hear a hacking version of this. Alright. Also, is that a hacking chest over here, or is there just nothing over here? Oh, right. This lets us go across. I remember now. And this takes us, yep, to that chest, which is already open. Okay, cool. So we must not need to do that again. That's good to know. Alright, careful, SpongeBob. Huh, okay. Alright, Mr. Swordsmith. I have work for you, sir. You are the blacksmith, Masamune. Alright, let's see what we can do here. We can max out the iron pipe. That could be fun. We can upgrade the Phoenix Dagger. We can max out our Virtuous Contract or our Cruel Oath. Actually, it looks like we could probably do both. We do have to be careful here. It looks like we need a lot of machine arms for this stuff, so... okay, what upgrades are we getting here? Critical Plus and High Stun. Okay, that could actually probably be pretty good. Let's just get the upgrade for the Phoenix Dagger. Okay. Didn't look like we needed anything too important for that. And the Ancient Overlord we've just never upgraded, apparently, so let's fix that. Okay. Machine Sword, we need sturdy sockets. The Iron Will, we need a Meteorite Shard. Okay. So we've got 3 blades here and the dagger. What can we get with this? Attack speed up and Phoenix Flash. Interesting. Haven't been big on the short swords, but I could potentially be willing to change my mind, depending on what Phoenix Flash means. Bullet Rupture? I'm guessing we cause enemies to take more damage when we hit them with bullet fire? Maybe. Maybe. Holy Blessing, I'm going to assume is some sort of a just across-the-board buff. Looks like the Phoenix Dagger has the highest potential... Oh, actually, no. The Iron Pipe has the highest and lowest potential damage. Fair enough. Joke weapon, indeed. But of the actual weapons, Phoenix Dagger has the highest potential damage output. And it looks like, on its face, the Ancient Overlord has better damage output than the Virtuous Contract, but we don't know what Holy Blessing does. And then Cruel Oath has the same stats as Virtuous Contract, but gets Dark Impulse, which is interesting. Don't know what that entails. I'm assuming also some sort of a buff. And the Yorha Issue Blade gives us a discount and gives us Pod Charge. Okay, so that could be good if we were using our special abilities more, which, if we're using 2B, then might be more relevant, but that's good to keep in mind at the least. Fang of the Twins also gives Bullet Rupture. Also gets a huge damage buff. God damn. Beast Lord, we need a Meteorite Shard for. The Phoenix Sword, we can just upgrade. That seems to be a non-issue. Don't have enough Crushed Nuts. That also gets Phoenix Flash. Okay, so that must just be a thing for the Phoenix Swords. The Type 40 Blade, which we haven't upgraded. Let's do that. Get more story stuff for that. It gets Energy Charge. Energy Charge. Energy Charge? I don't know what that would do. Pod Charge, obviously, I think we know, but I don't know what Energy would do. Oh, no, wait. That's probably just, like, the special ability that they were saying this thing has, right? Where it can, like, charge up. Because I was saying it's like the Charge Blade, yeah. In Monster Hunter. You can charge up a major damage attack and presumably, anyway, hit for big damage. So I would like to try that out. That might be one we go for. Holy Blessing on the Virtuous Treaty. I'm going to assume that it's going to be the Dark Impulse on this as well. Yep, okay. So we're seeing a recurring theme here. We can upgrade the axe. Machine Brand. Interesting. Would that be like we're being branded with the mark of a machine, so we're able to get some sort of like special reaction, or maybe don't get attacked as quickly or take as much damage from machines or something like that, maybe? Not clear. Beast Curse. All these beast weapons seem to need meteorite shards, so nothing we can do about that. Crushed Nut for the Dragoon Lance. Gets Dragon Wings. Interesting. Some sort of ability to fly, I'm guessing? Energy Charge for the Type 40 Lance. Finish Blast for the Type 3 Lance. Interesting. Virtuous Dignity we need Beast Hide for. That's a shame. Machine Spear. We'll also get the Machine Brand. Okay. We need Pearls for the Demon's Cry and the Type 40 Fists. But, we can upgrade our Virtuous Grief. I think that's one we just have to do. And we have plenty of materials for it. Yeah, so let's get that. That'll get us Holy Blessing. Hey, Tools of the Trade. Nice. Ooh, yes, and the Engine Blade. I want to upgrade this on principle. Stun Up and Shift Avoid. Interesting. Large battery. Yeah, you know what? Let's get this, just to say that we did. And then the Cypress Stick gets Critical Plus. Presumably more Critical Plus. And Hero Sigil. I have to find out what that entails. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. You gotta know. Cruel Blood Oath we can get, and then pretty much everything else we're done on. Oh, and the Type 3 Lance. Okay. What do we have? It looks like we don't really have any crossover between these, so we can get both of them. Beautiful! Okay. We, my friends, seem to have some reading to do. Yep, the White Sword. Yep, those are the sealed away weapons. Yep. We've been finding most of them. I think we have all but one now. Because we've got 2B's Sword, the Lance, and the Fists. So we're just looking for... Well... If it's just all the Virtuous weapons, we technically have 4 already. Because 2B had 2 of them. Next, we had the Virtuous Contract, the Virtuous Treaty, the Virtuous Dignity, and then the Virtuous Grief. So if that's all 4, then that should be everything. Okay. Well, actually, I guess we can just do it from here, huh? So, Iron Pipe, did we... look at the story for this? Okay, yeah, we do need to read this. Okay. Dad, if you're cold, I can give you my hat. You're the best father in the world, after all. Dad, if you're hungry, you can have my cookie. You're my favorite person in the world, after all. Dad, if you're scared, I can sleep by your side. You're my closest friend in the world, after all. And I'm guessing this is a reference to Papa NieR, as I've seen him referred to online. The older, I guess, middle-aged version of the main character from the first NieR that you get in Gestalt, I want to say. I think he's the playable character in Gestalt, from what I've seen. Interesting. Okay. Beastbane, we now have an upgrade on. I think, anyway. The neighboring king adored his new wife and treasured her looks above all else. He gave the middle princess 6 new dresses and 8 fresh flowers every day, and his love caused her beauty to shine all the more. That doesn't sound like a story that's going to end poorly at all. Let's see here. Later the day of her wedding, she herself had been violated in front of their corpses. She swore to kill those who had done this terrible deed. A shining songbird appeared. Allow me to grant your wish, said the bird. Wish upon this dagger, and never forget this hatred that you feel. That's right, we read this one. The girl grasped the weapon and spat out a tearful curse. I vow not to forget. Please give them a painful death. Time passed, and eventually she got her revenge. Years later, when she was an old woman, the songbird Songbird appeared anew. What of your vow? It asked, but she did not understand. And come to think of it, what became of her beloved dagger? Interesting. She vowed not to forget. She got her revenge and became an old woman. And forgot what she did and where her dagger went. Interesting. Did she, like, get Alzheimer's or something? Like, could it truly be that mundane? I doubt it. Okay. We're going to reread this one because it's been since the beginning of the game, since we read it. One day, a young girl's village was sacked by bandits. To protect her family, she took up a dagger her father had found in the mountains and killed one of them, an act that shocked her family. But the bandits fled, never to return. 5 years passed, then 10, then 20. Though the family she protected began to grow old, the girl never aged. Eventually, the other villagers began to shun her. With no one to turn to, she finally left her village and began to wander the earth, visiting many strange lands in the process. As the years passed, her skill and fame as a master sword fighter grew to legend. Interesting. Is she the ancient overlord? Long ago, a cruel lord used this sword on his own subjects in a vain attempt to attain immortality. Interesting. So maybe this, like, in the details, is how the sword came to be. And then her father found it in the mountains, long discarded, brought it back. The girl killed someone in self-defense with it rather than using it cruelly against one's subjects, and because of that selfless act, it granted her immortality? Maybe? Certainly possible. It's interesting to think about at the very least. I don't think we have anything... Yeah, nothing new on the Virtuous Contract. Oh, we can just flick through them. Let's go. Okay, so the Cruel Oath we had just upgraded. Once long ago, there was a group of 7 boys who were born in the same village. Though they were not brothers by blood, they treated each other as family. Warned of a traitor among them. Oh no, we did read this one. It was the Great Sword that we hadn't read yet. Okay. The Yorha issue Blade we've read. The Machine Sword. I think we hadn't read before, so we'll read the last 2. I see from these records how important predation and reproduction were to human survival. And yet, they viewed such acts as sinful. I wonder why. I found a famous human book today, but after reading it 10 times, it still makes no sense to me. What possible attraction could there be to such a thing? I don't know, buddy. You tell me. The Iron Will we weren't able to upgrade. We didn't upgrade the Fang of the Twins or the Beast Lord. The Phoenix Sword we did upgrade to 3. When the hawk was fully healed, it knew it was time to leave the forest. But before flying away, it promised the songbird it would one day return. In turn, the songbird gave the hawk one of its shining feathers as a token of friendship. Okay, so we have more promises being made with the Phoenix weapons that possibly don't come true or don't come to be fulfilled, maybe? The Type 40 blade, okay. Let's see. So we've got the incredible idea to come up with the charge blade. The boss turned down my idea of infusing metallic alloys with magical elements. Thrice damned fool, doesn't he see how much money we could make from this? And then much later development journal, 1201 as opposed to the 704. Things aren't going well. My hair is falling out. I think it's the stress. I've got to find a way to make this project succeed, and soon. You're sure it's not like radioactive materials that you're working with here, bud? And he's talking about magical materials. Or magical elements. But this is like definitely a Yorha issue blade, so like what's that about? Is he using magical elements like metaphorically or literally magic? Because that would put a whole different spin on all this. Power increases with its charge. Yeah, okay, we'd read that before. Virtuous Treaty, we've read. Cruel Blood Oath, okay. This, oh yeah, because we maxed this out. Okay. I'll never forget the time we met. I knew ours was a love that would last for eternity. But even when by his side, his feelings were a mystery. It was painful not to know what he was thinking. So painful. When I was close, I hurt him. Yet being distant hurt him more. I finally found my place in life. A place where I am as close as possible, yet eternally distant. This is 2B. Like, I'm 99% sure this is 2B. Like, okay. So let's go through this. I was thinking it was 9S at first, because it's presumably a 9S sword, unless, like, we've got some sort of funkiness where, like, 9S is wielding 2B's weapons and 2B is wielding 9S's weapons, which could work. She could be the Dark Warrior and he could be the Light Warrior, maybe. Like, canonically, anyway. But, so, never forget the time we met. I knew ours was a love that would last for eternity. Okay. We don't know how 2B and 9S came to meet. I'm convinced it definitely was not at the factory, though. They have known each other before, for sure. Her reactions with him are way too weird to be someone that she just met. So there's definitely a deeper history there. Even by his side, his feelings were a mystery. It was painful not to know what he was thinking. So painful. So this one's a little bit ambiguous, but basically it's just implying that, like, 2B, again, assuming this is 2B, has feelings for 9S and doesn't know how to express it or how to ask him about it, or he just isn't open about it, and that hurts her. And then when I was close, I hurt him, yet being distant hurt him more. I go back to the first ending, right, where she chokes him out and kills him after he's been corrupted, or after he's being corrupted. And, like, being close hurts him, but being distant hurts him more. Like, being close to him, she wound up having to kill him, which maybe has happened in the past. But being far away, he winds up, like, getting himself into trouble or getting hurt or getting killed. And it's worse because she's not there to help, or she's not there to do the deed herself. So he gets hurt more by her being distant. Maybe. You know, spitballing here. And then finally found my place in life, a place where I'm as close as possible, yet eternally distant. This is the most salient one to me. This is the one that seals the deal that makes me think this is definitely 2B. Because it's perfectly describing her situation, right? She's as close as possible. She's working with him on a day-to-day basis. They're partners. But she's eternally aloof, eternally distant, constantly saying, you know, stick to protocol. We don't use nicknames. Don't let emotions get in the way. But she can keep an eye on him. She can make sure he's okay. And she can at least satisfy that aspect of her feelings, right? She can make sure that this boy or this man that she loves is safe. And maybe that's enough. Maybe that's enough. And maybe that's the cruel blood oath. Right? It's cruel because she can never fully express her true feelings, but she's made a blood oath to protect him in some form or fashion. Maybe. Something to consider. So that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, the machine axe. Why do humans band together? Simple. The beast curse. Okay. So this is the one about the ugliest woman in all the land with the heart of gold. Hoping to aid others in need, the youngest princess would travel to the fields to offer succor to peasants, but they would reject her kindness with cruel words. Interesting. Perhaps with time she becomes not so kind? Okay, this is new. Yeah, current war situation isn't looking too optimistic, but we're expecting reinforcements from our orbiting satellite bases any moment, so don't give up. Glory to mankind. And then a Mayday signal goes out. Mayday, Mayday! This is Publicity Agent 42S from North 12C Defense HQ. Is anyone listening? Our facility has been completely surrounded by machines. I don't know how much longer we can hold. And cuts off. Ooh. I love a good apocalyptic log. I want to see the last one of those now and see what it could possibly say, right? Because that seems not too great for 42S. Interesting. Ah, excellent. Yes, here we go. Type 3 Lance. The unadorned lance pierced her foes with machine-like accuracy. The grind of metal on bone in tandem with the pained screams of her victims created sweet music in the mercenary girl's ears. Day after day, she returned to the battlefield to compose more music. Here, a giant of a man, fat rippling from his sides. There, a slimmer gentleman, whose bones would surely produce a sweeter sound. Ah, who to stab first? The girl fought for an age, stabbing uncountable foes in an effort to find the ideal scream, that sonorous, bone-grinding sound. Yet perfection eluded her no matter how hard she tried. Would she ever find what she sought? Suddenly, she turned to find a fine-looking hunk of meat at her side. Stabbing it produced a scream so pure she couldn't help but smile. She continued to smile as she stabbed, no longer able to recall that the hunk was her own child. Interesting. That's intense. So she's just an insane lance murderer. Huh. Alright. So now the question is, who the hell had a child with this psycho? Oh, man. Alright, the dignity hasn't been upgraded yet. I'm a foolish machine. Today I had to fight at that factory. All the dolls got completely destroyed, crushed by my friends and foes, who can do nothing but fight, fight, fight. Interesting. Okay. Demon's Cry, the Type 40 Fists, and the Virtuous Grief. Alright, what does this have to say? We're gonna... Let's see. Oh, right, this is the one that's, like, got the jealous... Not, like, lover, but... like, someone who's pining for someone that they can't have, and then they murder their lover or their wife. Yeah. All you care for is your cold, dead wife, so I must at least take your body. Okay. Your head is mine, beautiful head. The eyes that scorned me are so lovely now. Hate me if you like, begrudge me all. You are still mine forever. So just killed her, cut her head off, or that cut their head off. Took it for their own. Brutal. Brutal. Alright, the engine blade. A small prince rests alone in a vast, vast bedroom. He wishes his father knew how much he hates sleeping alone, but he doesn't dare to tell him. For the king is a very busy man, and must not be disturbed. A king sits alone in his vast, vast office, drowning in affairs of state. All he wants is to see his family and hug his son, but he cannot, for his every waking moment must be spent in service of the people. One day, while eating dinner, the king asks his son what he most desires in the world. He hopes he will say that he wants them to spend more time together, but instead the boy simply points at a sword hanging on the wall. The ancient sword is considered the sign that one is ready to rule. Someday, the king chuckles. His son faintly smiles back at him. All he really wanted was for his father to read him a bedtime story. Oh. That definitely speaks to Noctis as a character, though, for sure. I really need to go back and play 15 again. I loved that game. Alright, and the Cypress Stick. Last but not least. I was in a dead sleep when Mom started shouting. Wakey, wakey, she squawked. Rise and shine. Today is a very important day. Today is your first visit to the castle. Annoying, right? But I got up anyway. Today's my 16th birthday, and I have an audience with the king. Mom's apparently worried that he'll charge me with some big important task, so she gave me a cypress stick for some reason. Like that'll help. As we walk to the castle, Mom keeps blabbing about how excited she is and how long she's been waiting for this day. She told me this story 1,000,001 times, so I just keep quiet like always. When we arrive, I see my friend coming out of the castle. He's 16 too, but his fearless gaze makes him look like a legendary hero to be. I'm sure he's got a lot to live up to. My dad's just a carpenter, so I've got it easy. I think one of you guys said this is a reference to Dragon Quest? Maybe? I'm not 100% sure. I've not played any of the Dragon Quest games, but I should. And that is all of our weapons. Holy moly, that was a lot. I do want to see, though, if we can see the details of some of these abilities real quick. Okay. Hero Sigil changes damage values and treasure chests? Okay. I'm going to need some explanation on what that means. We'll definitely equip it and try it out, too, but I'm going to need some insight into what that means. Engine blade changes damage values and your evade maneuver. Okay. I'm guessing it gives us Noctis's evade from 15 if I had to take a stab at it, which is interesting. Holy Blessing increases attack power and HP is full. Ah, okay. Interesting. And seeing as how we've got the auto heal on, that should actually be fairly easy to achieve a lot of the time. Okay, let's see here. The Machine Spear, the Dignity. Type 3 Lance, Finish Blast, detonates the final hit of close-range combos. Okay, that makes sense. Just pull off a big chain of combos and then just explode. That seems pretty solid. Beast Curse, Machine Axe. Dark Impulse, increases attack power when HP is 30% or less. Okay, so the opposite. Very good. Less likely to be in that situation than the at full HP one, but hey, you never know how the game might develop. Any other final things? Oh, I don't think so. Okay, cool. We did it. That was story time in the kingdom. I didn't realize we'd have the ability to upgrade so many weapons. So I guess next time we will finish exploring the castle and see if there's any new interesting story details that pop up, or any insight into what's going on with A2. But until then, thank you all so much for watching. I do very much appreciate it. If you know someone that you think would enjoy this series or any of my other series, if you shoot them a link, well, that would just be swell. Until the next time, though, I hope you all have a good night. Stay safe and healthy out there. And remember, be good to each other. Bye now.